What's going on, people? My name is Chris and I'm with Sequoia and Salt. Today I want to showcase our newest camper. So we've had a lot of customers who've requested campers for pickup trucks. You know, we focus a lot on the van market, but today we changed. Today we add something new to our fleet here. So this is a slide-in camper. It's called the Big Ripper. We have two different vehicles. We have the Little Ripper, which is for a mid-size truck, and we have the Big Ripper, which is for a full-size truck. So behind me, this vehicle is a Chevy Silverado that has a short bed, so it's 5.5 foot bed, and the camper that we have on it is a 5.5 foot camper. We come with two sizes right now to start. We have a 5.5 foot and a 6.5 foot, and we do that for both the medium-sized trucks and the full-size pickups. So this camper, as it stands right now, with it has an added AC unit, and it's coming in at 1,080 pounds. So this vehicle has a payload capacity of 1,650. So you have a lot of extra storage that you can add to this camper. So let's walk around the outside and I can show you what we're looking at. So from the side, we have a hard shell fiberglass exterior, sandwiching a dense foam in the middle of it. So we have fiberglass exterior, foam, fiberglass interior. It's about 2 inches of foam, so it's really thick and it's gonna keep it nice and insulated inside of the camper. Because we see these customers that are gonna use a camper like this, they're gonna go surfing, they're gonna go fishing, they're gonna go hiking. This is a camper for someone who wants to get into areas that you wouldn't really normally get into with a van or something larger, or they want something that's gonna be quick so they can just get out and go. This is gonna be a huge sell for anyone who's into winter sports, especially in the season when you want to just pull up and be in something nice and warm really quick. Like for instance, for me, I'm a big winter surfer, so I like to have a nice warm place when I get out of the water to go surf, to take off my wetsuit. So I'm not gonna be freezing out in the, you see how windy it is outside today. So, this is the perfect situation where I wanna be inside of this camper to change in and out of my wetsuit. So on the side here, we went with all of the windows on the visible corners of this camper are all safari-based windows. So they all tip out and they have integrated screens and blackout shades. And then we have one that's right on the back wall here, and that is a slider window. As we move down, you're gonna see this is a vent for the accessory AC unit, which is an add-on to this camper. We went with a 30 amp shore power connection. That's very traditional for campers on the market. This customer requested some extra space, so what we did is we got the Yakima Exo system. This is an awesome system because it has a ton of different exterior modifications or exterior add-ons that you can do to it. So we added the cage on the bottom and the bin on the top. This is great if you want to pack a ton of stuff extra in this camper. For this customer, he has 2 kids and his wife, and they plan on taking this beach camping, so more space the better. This is a great spot to put your cooler and your firewood. And on the roof of the camper, we have 400 watts of flexible solar. We have a vent fan comes with it. And then also this customer added roof rails so that we can add a roof rack in the future. So let's go inside. I love this Exo system. It really makes all the difference if you're looking for some extra storage. Right on the outside, we have a nice little lock. So we open it up. The first safari window. These windows are amazing. Real easy, and they have a nice lock on them. All right, wait until you see how quick it is to pop this up. So when you pop it up, you can go around to every corner. You're gonna release the latches. Oh man, I don't want to make a huge mess. As you come in, let's look at the floor really quick. So we went with the airplane style flooring in the inside. Super, super durable. If you get that camera really close, you can see. Look at that. That tread is gonna last forever inside of the camper. You're gonna have your animals in here and it's not gonna beat the thing up. All right, you ready? Okay, so let's talk about the outside now that it's popped up. So we went with a bungee, 2 bungees on the outside that helps pull it all together when you're storing it. So all of the fabric on the outside is going to be pulled inside of the camper when you're dropping it. We have 4 pistons, 2 on this side and 2 on the opposite side. And we have 2, you can't see them, but there's 2 hinges on the inside of the camper. So it helps it collapse down evenly. The windows, we have 4 windows. So we have 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. These are 4-panel windows. What I love about these windows is you have a screen layer. You can unzip that. You have a moisture layer, which is kind of like a tarp material. Then you have a window layer, and then you have an insulation window or insulation layer. So it's really packed together and it gives you a lot of variety with how you use these windows. All right, so let's go inside now. Again, as close as I can. Can you see my beard hair?
I got it, look at that.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're inside of the camper. Ceilings, about 7 feet tall. I'm 5'8". It's maybe taller than that. I can't even touch the ceiling when I'm like this. So super tall ceilings. On our website, we'll have the actual size, but I just want to show you how tall the ceiling is. Our vent fan on the roof, vent fan, and then also has a light integrated to it. We have 2 lights on the ceiling, and then we have it's probably really hard to see it, but we have a light right here. So we threw a light along the entire bottom corner here, and they're all on dimmer, so you have dual zone lighting inside of this fan. That is super nice to see in a little camper like this. As you first come in, you'll see a timbre door, portable toilet, nice little storage cubby above it, our AC unit, which is our Zero Breeze Mark III, and as you walk back, ton of storage in the inside here. This is all, we wanted to keep it open so that you can add everything with nice bungees. We built our own, appreciate like the bamboo rattan look. Our power system is behind here. And we have a nice lounge. So we made a nice lounge here where you can, a lagoon table, you can move in all different orientations. And we made a nice U-shaped lounge. On both sides of our lounge, and let me grab the camera here. Both sides of the lounge, you'll see we added some outlets. And then we added, the way that we designed it, we thought, you know what, maybe, I'm gonna tip this down. Here we go, here I am. So the way we designed it is we put a cigarette port right by the outlet on the passenger side, because this section is kind of perfect for a cooler. So if you want to bring a power cooler, it is the exact size to fit a 28-liter power cooler in the inside. So that's something that we did as an extra. So let me grab this, my handy cameraman. We added some extra storage on the floor. It's all about storage. This lagoon table drops down and then this becomes a bed. So this is a perfect bed for a little one. You see this cushion is the exact same size. It fits in the middle here. I'm not going to go ahead and do it. And then on the top here, what you see is that we have a full-size mattress. So, I mean, I would say it's, again, like I'm 5'8". So if I put my foot, I mean, I could definitely sleep up here. It's a little bit, it's not a full size in length, so it's not 74 inches long. It's probably 60, maybe 70 inches long. And then you can convert this if you slide it out. You pull this, slides out, cushion fits in the middle, and now we have a king size, ginormous bed. Look how big this bed is. It's huge. So what I really like about what we did inside of this camper, if you look at the windows, remember I was explaining those 4-panel windows. So we added these clips here so it's easy to just roll up your window. And you see this is that window panel. You slide this out. So I'll show you each one. So the vent, or the screen. So if you want to have, just open it up fully. And we have the window. And each one of these layers has a clip on it so that you can roll it up. So roll that. That moisture layer. So other accessories while I do this that we're going to be adding is that you can add a diesel heater that's right off the back of the vehicle. So if you're really big into winter sports, that's something that you're probably going to want to add on. This Zero Breeze unit does have a heat pump inside of it, but it's really made for AC. That's really what it does best. All right, so now I'm going to close up shop here. Push that in. I'm going to take this from the outside and show you how easy it is to drop the top. All right. So now we're going to retract the roof and I'm going to show you how easy this is. All you're going to have to do is grab the two handles on the side. I like to give it a little stuff. Pull it down. Lock off the sides. And then we have this tool that we give you, and it helps you retract the rest of the camper. So come up here. You probably want a step stool, or you can use your running boards. Look how easy that is. Just lock off the top, and you are good to go. Thanks so much for dropping by. I'm Chris from Sequoia and Salt. See you on the next video.